Shoot. Oh, there I am. Hey, divine rising. No, it's evening, y'all. I'm so used to saying good morning. But anyway, divine evening to everybody. I am Shakeitha Lewis, and I am tuning in with the Small Business Network, episode 195. So I basically am doing this live because I said that I was going to do it. And it's been a minute since I've done a live. So, well, let me take that back. I just got finished getting off the live with my nephew. So that would not be a completely true statement. Let me mute that real quick. Okay, yeah. So I'm actually using StreamYard. Um, so anyway, like I said, it's been a minute since I've been live, and so just honoring what I said I was going to do, here I am. Here I am. So I'm just keeping my word. So um, what I would like to do is kind of leave it as a ask me anything type live, because I do post multiple reels. That's one of the things that I enjoy and love doing, is posting reels and sharing, and part of that's just like me sharing my journey, as I'm going through different spiritual phases of my life, and it's definitely a journey. It has its ebbs and its flows, but I try to stay in a positive mind frame, and like say, most things that people post on Facebook is not always the real life story. Well, basically for me, most of everything that you see that I post on Facebook is actually who I am. I mean, I stay in a positive mindset, and and I enjoy that space, and I have created that space for myself, and it's just a beautiful thing when you can create that type of space for yourself. You feel me? So I mean, I let me let somebody know I am live right now. And y'all forgive me because I did not give a proper introduction, but but I am Shakeitha Lewis. Um, and most of y'all know, I mean, I normally have up my other name, Divine Alchemist, because I am, and to even understand, when I call myself a Divine Alchemist, is that I'm on this journey of, my own journey of, deconstructing belief systems that I have lived with for majority of my this life right here. And so within the last, I would say 4 or 5 years, I've been on this journey of learning more about who I am and what it is that I want, and not allowing anyone in my space to tell me who I am. So basically, that's who I am. And I also, like I said, I like to transmute, meaning that transmute anything that is negative into something positive, not in the quote unquote the other sense of alchemy, where you're transmuting lead into gold, anything like that. I per se, I don't tap into things like that. But do I tap into, my spirit guides and things like that, which, that's, spirit guide could be Jesus, it could be God, it could be whomever that may be. So, but yeah, so that's just basically who I am, and what I do. But if you are tuning in at right now, again, I am Shakeitha Lewis with the Small Business Network, and we are on episode 195. We're about to hit 200 episodes. And so, but like I said, if you're tuning in, please chime in and let me know where you're chiming in from. Really, really would like to give you a shout out on that. And one thing I learned also about these lives is not so much for the people who are actually joining live. It's actually for those who come back and watch the replay. And my whole I don't want to like to call it a goal, but my whole I feel like my place here is to enlighten, um, is to be a light to those who may be in darkness, and I'm not here by all means to um, give nobody no advice at all. I don't give advice. I provide tools, and that's about it. I provide tools because the thing is, tools are great, and I feel like those tools can typically be enlightenment. It's just to enlighten and encourage those who are tapping into being on a spiritual journey, deconstructing and dismantling belief systems, indoctrinations, and things like that. Um, and it's like nothing against anybody else or what they do, and how they choose to live their life is absolutely none of that, because at the end of the day, everybody has their own truth, and their truth is theirs, and as I see it, everybody's right. So I choose not to get in any type of debates, because like I said, everybody is living in their own truth, no matter whether they're in the matrix or outside the matrix, if they're programmed or deprogrammed. So they're living in their own truth, or whatever that may be, and at the end of the day, they're right. So like I said, I'm just basically just want to be a light to um, those out there who is you know that is looking for enlightenment, because I know myself, I love to be enlightened. I love to be enlightened, and I don't proclaim to know everything, because I don't. But what I do know, I do like to share. And everything that I go through is based on my very own experience. So I'm not sharing anything that I have not went through. And there's many things on this journey that I will go through. I mean, I had, like I said, most times I'm on a high frequency, and I'm a high vibrational person. But I have my moments. I had a moment the other day. I took a job, and it was supposed to be in two. And when I got to my location, it ended up being one, which had me to drive back. Which I'm gonna just be flat dead honest. When you're dealing with people and their money is a problem, right? So the thing is, it's like, hey, look, you're gonna pay me for this, right? I said, because I don't, drove out here, and now I'm having to drive back, and you tell me to go home. So yeah, I had a moment, but the thing is about that, it's okay not to be okay. But as I always say, um, don't build a house and live in it. You feel me? Don't be not okay, but don't build a house and live in it, and just and soak in that in the mess. I mean, it's okay not to be okay, but I choose to have a high vibrational experience everywhere I go. And then at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of my day, I mean, even whatever I'm going through, it's always a damn good day. You feel me? It's always a good day. So I mean, no matter what may be going on around me, that's why I love actually spending a lot of time in solitude, because I do. It gives me time to actually know who spend time with myself, to learn me, to learn the things that I like, what I dislike, and like I said, it has nothing to do with anyone else. My life is my life is my own to live, and I'm always, forever, ever, always creating a space to better myself, to make, like I say, as we use this term a lot, creating a better version of myself every day. And that's what I do. So I enjoy spending time with myself. like I said, my friend circle is definitely down to a lowercase o. Okay, um, I can count on one hand how many people that I call friend. Let me say that. um, but I am my best friend. I am my best friend. Okay, and and if y'all like pay attention to some of my reels, like I said, the things I share in the reels, that's my real life. That's me. That's you know when I talk about setting intentions and manifestation, and when I say that the universe is conspiring in my favor. I mean, this is real. I mean, all this stuff is real. I mean, this stuff is happening, and and I speak intentions. It's like and I want to expound on this one video that I did about the setting intentions of being a 9-star director. Okay, and having a team of 300,000 uh, partners. Uh, and when I said that, now mind you, now this is this is me setting intentions. Okay, and I live in that space. When we set intentions, that's something that I believe, that I feel, and I'm very grateful for it because I know that it's done happened in my reality. Now, y'all may not see it, but I do. Okay, so let me just explain the intention side of that. When we set intentions, um, and I'm giving it from my perspective because it may be your perspective may be something completely different, and that's fine because, like I said, at the end of the day, your perspective is right. And so my perspective is definitely right for me. And so yes, um, I I set these intentions, and these things, they manifest. I believe it. I know it to be real, and it's so. And it's like I said, so be it, and so it is. You feel me? So so and so I create these reels based on intentions and what it is that I create for my own life, and especially when it comes to uh, helping people be successful. That's for me is that's joy. That's joy. That I love, love, love. Do you hear me? I love helping people. Um, and that kind of brings me back to like this is video called Colors, and I don't know. I feel like I'm probably a rainbow. I feel like I'm a rainbow. But when you talk about like different colors, like being a blue, a green, a red, a yellow, and sometimes I'm in that place of a yellow color. Well, because I want to help the whole world, right? but uh, but yeah, that's just who I am. And let me just say, I have not always been this person. I decided to change who I am, and the thing is, me changing who I am and making me better. I mean, everybody else catches my old flow, so everybody's really catching the better side of Shakeitha. Um, and like I said, I'm very grateful, and I just want to I just want to give a shout out to some people real quick. Um, One is, I'm gonna call him Energy. I can't say his name, but I want to give a shout out to Energy. If I tell you, hey, Dr. James, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Um, Appreciate you joining here. Um, but yeah, I want to give a shout out to him because if I tell you, he is one person that has been very, very supportive. I mean, from day one when I met him. I mean, he lives over in a whole nother country, um, and very supportive. We have conversations. We share whole 9 yards. And then there's another person I would like to give a shout out to as well. Um, and I believe, I'm gonna look over here so I make sure I say the name correctly. Um, but this is, I mean, even Energy, for instance, he if I tell you, they share That's his name. Yes. Before I forget, his name is Winston Green Senior. Like I said, I just want to give a quick shout out to you guys, because if I tell you, you all are very supportive. Like I said, no matter what I post. Matter of fact, Winston actually told me. He says I'm going to always support you, and I have to be very appreciative of that, and I'm very grateful for that. And there's let me see, there's also my nephew Devon SPG the General. We just got off a live a bit ago, and I'm grateful for him as well. Very very appreciative of my nephew. I said, well, when I need someone to tap in into that realm, that's one person that I can actually go and speak to, and he gets me. And then there's another person, Eugene Andrews. Want to give a shout out to him. Jasmine, I mean that's it. Tootin. Shout out to Jasmine. Appreciate you so much. And I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to Dr. James as well for creating this space as well, for the Small Business Network. It actually have created a platform for us to get on here and share um, with pretty much anyone who wants to come on and be a part and share their story, share their journey, whatever it is that they want to share. Have created the space for that, and have to be grateful for that. Like I said, uh, wants to give a, basically shout out the whole team. We got, Roosevelt Russell, Sean A. White, Chrissy Redding, Tammy Morrison, our new partner, Indigo. Love her name. Love her name. I love Indigo's name. That's a beautiful name to me. Um, Also, and I definitely, want to give a shout out to my coach. Um, if I tell you, when you're looking for that space, that tribe, um, in business, for instance, the space in that tribe in business, I actually followed. I followed her uh, I watched for about 6 to 8 months before I decided to, you know, become a partner with her. So yes, and as y'all know, I walk in many spaces when it comes to business. Being an entrepreneur, um, there's many spaces that we're going, but my main focus is what I'm doing now. I mean, and that's we're helping families to win. And like I said, if you're a person who loves to travel, then I would love for you to tap in Tuesday, um, to our informational webinar, because I'm telling you, you definitely want to watch. You definitely want to tap in, and if you decide that you want to tap in, just send me a message, and I can send you the information to go ahead and get registered for that. So I'm telling you, we're gonna have one of our directors, that's going to be uh, doing that webinar, and he's a elementary uh, principal, elementary principal. And if I tell you, I mean, he is a wealth of information. He's very inspiring, very encouraging, and yeah, I'd like to see him as a mentor as well. So I have many mentors, and I learn from everybody. I learn from everybody. I mean, even the ones, even the ones that's not. Sometimes you can learn from some let me say negative frequencies or so. I mean, like I said, I learn from when I see stuff, like I learn what not to do, what I don't want in my space. And also, yeah, I got to give a shout out to my girl Tony Jones, y'all. Tony Jones, that's my girl. And I appreciate those spaces, that the spaces she has actually created. If I tell you, the spaces that I'm in, I have I would have to say, when it comes to certain things, I have support. Oh, and before I just ran a whole rabbit. Because I forgot. I was going into talking about, my my partner, my coach, uh Shonda. Gotta give a shout out to Shonda. Appreciate her so much. I actually met her in person over in Dallas. And we are going to be seeing a lot more of each other. We're gonna be going on these trips, y'all. We're gonna be tripping, right? We're going on these trips. Um, and I'm actually getting ready to plan for one. Just wait for everything to go through. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Because I'm telling y'all, if y'all look, if y'all see me, if y'all hear me say something about 888, look. What year we in, y'all? We're in 2024. 8 times 3 is what? 24. That is the year of prosperity and abundance. Not tomorrow, but now, right? Right now, y'all. Prosperity and abundance right now. So, look, y'all need to tap in, tap in, tap in. Y'all feel me? But yeah, so like I said, look, I'm on here. I really didn't typically have a whole lot to. I didn't even have they say me a little guide to go by. I'm just freestyling this right now. But really, to say that, if you're watching this, on the replay, even if you're watching live, if you find any value in it, great. If you don't, great. Um, and if I said something that does not resonate with you, I say don't listen to me. It does not offend me at all. Um, for this matter, a lot of nothing don't offend me really. I've learned to let things just go. And I don't react to things. I mean, I typically, like I said, I tend to mind my own business as y'all read, it says, work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling. That means to me, mind your business. So I tend to mind my business and let people live, just live and be happy. Be happy. I mean, like I said, I know we don't have everything is not always um, let's say roses. Not always a bed of roses, but you know one thing I can say, even if it's not a bed of roses, if you are living and breathing, then be grateful. Be grateful for the moment that you're in. I mean, because the thing is, you don't have to react to things, especially if it's out of your control. You don't have to react to those things. Now, the things that are in your control, I mean, guess what? You get to recreate that. You don't even have to. That's the power of creation. We are creators. If it's something we don't like, we can recreate it. We can do it over. And I love one thing that's always consistent. And me and my nephew just talked about this. One thing that is always consistent is change. Change is always consistent. So ask yourself this question. If change is always consistent, why aren't you? That's my question. So why aren't you changing? So change is consistent, meaning that you can change. Even for those who say, I ain't changing for no one. You feel me? You can change. But anyway, like I said, y'all just have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm not gonna stay on here too much longer. I don't even know how long I've been on here now. But anyway, like I said, I am holding up my end. I said I was gonna go live, and you might see me live again pretty soon, because there's a lot of things that I would love to share. Like saying being an entrepreneur, being an alchemist. There's a lot of things that I can share. And like I said, if you got value from this, if you didn't, I'm good either way it go. I mean, because like I said, I'm just like here to be a light, um, in someone's darkness. Like I said, And that could be just one person, and that's fine. That is fine. So, with that being said, I am Shakeitha Lewis, also known as the Divine Alchemist, and Shakeitha and me, No Secrets, with the Small Business Network, episode 195. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Love you. And you all have a divine evening.